I declare war. Yesterday I saw one of Christelyn Karazin's videos. It was under one of my recommended videos, so I checked it out. And frankly, the video was funny. You know, she was lashing out at all these people who criticized her for that whole VeGainator controversy. And for those people who aren't familiar with it, I'll just give you a brief summary. So, there's this white YouTuber, the VeGainator. He posted some videos talking about how he doesn't support swirling. And because of that, Christelyn Karazin invited him onto her Google Hangout. This man used that opportunity to garner support from black male YouTubers, to get subscribers, and then after he appeared on this woman's program, he did subsequent videos criticizing swirling and criticizing and disrespecting black women. And he received a lot of praise and support from black male YouTubers, especially following Christelyn Karazin's reaction. Christelyn Karazin did a video where she was very emotional and she was crying because this man was disrespectful to black women. And she was crying because she felt like she let down her subscribers by putting this man on her platform and by allowing this man to use her platform to essentially later on bash black women even further. So she got all emotional and she was crying. So the entire black YouTube, for the most part, had a field day with this whole issue. We criticized Christelyn Karazin and all that kind of stuff. But you had these black men, these misogynistic black men, heap all kinds of praise on the VeGainator for this. They subscribed to his channel. They praised him in the comment sections. They invited him on their programs, their Google Hangouts, and all that kind of stuff. They gave this man money. They promoted this man on their channels. So now Christelyn Karazin is gleeful. She was boastful because this guy, the VeGainator, despite talking against swirling and all this and that, despite his disrespectful comments about black women, this man went and got him a black woman. And he's posted on his channel, he posted videos of them going out. And he actually bragged about using some of the money that he received from these donations to, he used them to go on a trip with this woman. So Christelyn Karazin sees this as an opportunity to rub it in the face of all those people who financially supported this guy, who propped him up and put him on their programs and all that kind of stuff. And I understand, why she would do that. If I was the laughing stock of YouTube and I had an opportunity to get back at those people who made fun at me, fun of me, I would do so. So I understand why she's celebrating. But really, in the big scheme of things, there's no reason to celebrate. This is not an occasion to celebrate. And I just think that it goes back to the whole thing that we have been saying, that I have been saying, that some black women worship the white man. And I think that deep down, on the subconscious level, somehow this woman, Christelyn Karazin, is happy to see this white man embrace a black woman. I mean, how else can you explain her posting multiple videos on this subject? I think deep down, she is happy about this. Not just happy because she's getting back at her critics, but happy to see this black woman with this white man, despite what she says. And this whole thing boils down to the fact that people like Christelyn Karazin, some people in our community, they put a premium on whiteness. The opinions of a white man carry more weight and have more value in the minds of some black people and black women in particular. Here you have a white man who was disrespectful of black women, a white man who talked about how he didn't want to swirl, but because he was white, his opinion had value. Because he was white, his opinion was so valuable that this woman had to have him on her program. Now, you have plenty of black male misogynists on YouTube. I'm not aware of this woman ever inviting any of them on her program for a debate. I'm not aware of that. Because they are black men, so their opinion means nothing. It means absolutely nothing to her. But a white man criticizing black women or talking about how he doesn't want to be with black women, his opinion is so valuable in the minds of people like Christelyn Karazin. And this whole situation involving the VeGainator and this black woman, it is really an example of what people have been talking about this worship of the white man. Here you have a white man who has been disrespectful towards black women. A white man who has talked all kinds of things about black women. Talked about how he doesn't want to swirl with him. He has been highly critical of black women. He has been highly disrespectful of black women. But despite all of that, this black woman is with this man. Despite all of that, that's just another example of how people worship this white man, how some black women worship this white man. Despite all this disrespect that he has shown the black woman and black people, this woman is with this man. And that speaks volumes about the psychosis of many of our women. This woman has allowed this man who has no respect for black women or black people. This is a man, after all, who defended David Duke. So despite all that, this woman allows this man to use her image, to exploit her image, to exploit her body in order to make a point on YouTube. Again, that speaks volumes about the mind state of some of our women, how they continue to worship this white man regardless. And you have the example of Madison Amelia. And I've talked about her before. I had a couple of videos about her. This is a black woman who was dating a racist white man, an abusive white man, a white man that didn't have a job, a white man that cheated on her on multiple occasions, a white man who was verbally abusive and physically abusive. A white man who on camera referred to black people as niggers, called the president of the United States a dumb nigger, talked about how black people need to go back to Africa, made disrespectful comments about Black Lives Matter. But yet this woman, this black woman, was with that man for 3 years. For 3 years, she was with this racist white man. Again, that's just another example of how people worship the white man. And after she left that relationship with that white man, she went on to be in another relationship with another white man. Again, these people, some of these women, black women, worship this white man. Despite all the things that this white man has done, they worship him. And the woman that's with the VeGainator, from what I understand, I was watching part of Christelyn Karazin's other video this morning. She was talking about how this black woman was in a relationship or married to another white man. So these people worship whiteness. And the thing that's important to point out about this VeGainator and this black woman is apparently this black woman is on a whole nother level than this white guy. He's on a lower level than she is in terms of his wealth and class and all that kind of stuff. This woman is a wealthy, she comes from a wealthy, affluent black family. She's highly educated. On the social ladder, she's far above this guy. But yet, because he is white, she puts a premium on his whiteness. She worships this man. She Despite all of this, despite the fact that he's on a lower level, despite the fact that he is disrespectful towards black people, you have this black woman clinging to this white man like he is an idol, like he is a god. And the same thing is true in this Madison Amelia situation. Here you have an educated black woman, a woman from a well-to-do family. Not only was this man all those things that I described, abusive, a cheater, a racist, this man was a bum as well. And I'm talking about Madison Amelia's boyfriend. He didn't have a job, but yet his whiteness put him in some kind of special category. Because he's white, this woman is with him, enduring all this disrespect and abuse. So yeah, some of our women worship that white man. And then you had this situation involving a racist cop in Fort Lauderdale. A racist cop who made a racist video featuring mock executions of black people, featuring dogs attacking black people, featuring the KKK, featuring a minstrel image of President Obama. And the same racist cop sent racist text messages. And despite all of that, despite all that racism, that racist cop was in a relationship with a black woman. And not only that, not only was he in a relationship with this black woman actually testified on his behalf so that he can be reinstated to the police force. This is a prime example of a black woman worshiping a white man, defending a white man who has shown utter and complete disrespect for black people. This is how sick our people are. This is how demented some of our people are. You have the example of that officer in Richland County, South Carolina, who grabbed a black girl from her chair and threw her across the room at Spring Valley High School. That racist white man is in a relationship with a black woman. What kind of black woman would be in a relationship with people like this? The only kind of black woman that could be in this kind of relationship is one of these sick women that worship this white man. So instead of this being an occasion for celebration, the fact that this VeGainator found a stupid black woman to be with, this shouldn't be a time for celebration. This should be a time for self-reflection. It should be a time for people to ask the question, why would a black woman be with a white man who has no respect for black women or black people, period? And I can't close out this video without addressing those people that supported the VeGainator. Can you imagine a group of white men elevating and celebrating a black man for attacking white women? Can you imagine Asian men honoring and celebrating some non-Asian for attacking Asian women and disrespecting Asian women? Of course not. But that's what black men have done here on YouTube. These black men, they supported this white man, a white man who defends David Duke, a white man who's made all these derogatory statements about black women. Not only did these people heap praise upon him in the comment sections and actually subscribe to his channel, these people begged him to come on their programs. They had him on their Google Hangouts. And not only that, they gave this man money. And now basically this guy has spit in their face. He's boasting about using their money for traveling. And he's flaunting in their face that he has a black woman after condemning Swirling. So not only does he have your money, he has your woman after disrespecting your woman. But this is the man that so many black men rallied behind and supported. And I think that that is sad. I think that it is sick. And it's time for these brothers to reflect on their errors and on their stupidity. And just to be clear, so people don't get it messed up, I never supported this guy. I never subscribed to his channel. I never invited him on any Google Hangouts. I never had any interviews with this guy. So I didn't support him. My position was simple. I said that I would not defend Christelyn Karazin under any circumstances because she belongs to white people now. This woman has completely abandoned the black man, not just by marrying a white man, not just by doing that, but by disrespecting black men on a continual and regular basis. And I think that it would have been silly and stupid for black men to defend and protect someone who has no respect for them, who has basically held out this white man as some kind of hero and some kind of god. I just think that it would be stupid to defend this woman. And I can't understand how any pro-black person in their right mind could support and defend and protect a woman who has no respect for black men. A woman who has said several things that makes it clear and obvious that she has no respect for black men. She has a whole platform dedicated to helping black women, for the most part, find white men. That's what it is when you cut through all the BS. That's what it is. If someone is about black love, they can't support that kind of woman. So that's all I have to say about this. Tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.